Hello everybody, welcome to YOGABODY Flow. This is going to be a fast moving pace class. If at any stage during the class you need to take a rest in a child's pose. We're going to be moving throughout, it's a vinyasa flow, and we're going to move with our breath. So throughout the class we're going to keep a nice, even, balanced breath. If you've just joined us, welcome along. And again, just remember, if you need to take a rest during the class, please do. To begin our class today, we're going to take a seated position. So sitting up tall, relax your shoulders down and back. Closing your eyes. We're going to focus on our breath of fire. We're going to do 4 rounds of sharp exhalations through our nose with our mouth softly closed. As you exhale, your belly pulls in. And your breath, it sounds like a sneeze. You go. So we're going to start together, inhaling fully. Exhale fully. Inhale halfway. And exhale. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a full inhale and a full exhale. We're using this breath to shift into our sympathetic nervous system, fight or flight, heating our body up, getting ready for the practice ahead. Inhale halfway. Round 2, exhale. So it's a short, sharp exhalation through your nose. Your belly button pulls in on each exhale. The rest of your body is still as you practice. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale fully. Exhale fully. Inhale halfway. And exhale. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to do one final round together. Inhale fully. Exhale fully. Inhale halfway. And exhale. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. As breath of fire practice. We should be feeling warmed up and energized. We're going to come forwards over our knees. Place your hands on the mat in front of you. Here we're going to spread our fingers wide. Gripping the mat with your fingertips, press into your knuckles. Your hands are about shoulder width apart. Your knees are under your hips. You're going to tuck your toes underneath and then lift your hips up high into the air, into our first downward facing dog. So here you can have your heels up off the mat. Pressing into your knuckles, draw your tummy in, lift your hips. And we're going to focus on our balanced breath. So if you just joined us, practice along. You can roll out your yoga mat, or you don't even need a yoga mat. You can just follow along here. Our balanced, we inhale through our nose for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we exhale through our nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. With your mouth softly closed, you should be able to hear yourself breathe in and out through your nose. This balanced breath is going to help us to stay focused throughout our practice and also to stay calm. And if any stage you need to take a rest during the class, go into a child's pose, sitting back onto your heels, and try to find that 4 count. Inhale and exhale. And when you're ready, join back in. On your next exhale, look forwards towards the top of the mat. Slowly walk and find your way towards the top of the mat. Put your feet together, unravel your body vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way up to stand. So in mountain pose, retract your shoulders, tummy drawn in, palms facing forwards. We're going to do 3 sun salute A's and 3 sun salute B's. Inhaling, sweep your arms out, bring your palms together, look up. Exhaling, fold forward, reach your hands towards the mat. Inhaling, look forwards, keep a long back. Exhaling, step back into a plank pose. Come forwards over your wrists, elbows in, lower halfway down. Come onto the tops of your feet. Inhale, retract your shoulders, lift your chest. Try not to let your thighs touch the mat. Exhaling, back over your toes, downward facing dog. So again, here you can gently start to pedal your feet up and down on the mat, reaching your heels up and down. And then when you're ready, try to find some stillness. So here we want even weight between hands and feet. Relax your head and neck. You're gazing between your feet. Exhaling, look forwards towards the top of the mat. Walk, step or hop forwards. Inhaling, come halfway up. Exhaling, fold. Inhale, unravel. Retract your shoulders. Sweep your arms up, bring your palms together, look up. Exhaling, arms to your side, mountain pose. Inhale, arms out, palms together, look up. Exhale, fold forward, fingertips towards the mat. Inhaling, look forwards, keep your back long. Exhaling, step or hop back into it. Plank pose and lower halfway down. Come on to the tops of your feet. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Feet hip width apart, hands shoulder width apart. Spread fingers, press into your knuckles. Relax your head and neck. Try to open your armpits out to the sides as you retract your shoulders. Let your chest sink down. Trying to find stillness here. Deep, steady breath. Exhaling, look forwards towards the top of the mat. Walk, step or hop forwards. Inhaling, come halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, unravel. Sweep your arms out, palms together, look up. Exhale, arms to your side, mountain pose. Last time, inhale, arms up. Exhaling, fold forward, hands to mat. Inhaling, look forwards. Exhaling, plank pose, lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. So our nice balanced breath, we'll call it balanced breath or water breathing. We try to do an equal count breath. If you're finding it difficult to do a 4 count inhale and a 4 count exhale, then maybe a 3 count inhale and exhale, or a 2 count inhale and exhale. Trying to work on keeping a nice balanced breath and aiming to build it up to a 4 count inhale and exhale. On your exhale, look forward towards the top of your mat. Walk, step or hop forwards. Inhaling, come halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, unravel. Sweep your arms out, bring your palms together, look up. Exhale, arms to your side in a mountain pose. Bend your knees deeply, fingertips touch the mat as a sun salute B. Staying low in this deep squat, we're going to sweep our arms out, bring our palms together, look up. Exhaling, fold forwards. Inhaling, look forwards. And then exhale, step back into a plank pose. Strong core, lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Step your right foot through, place it between your hands. Here we want our knee under our heel. Press into your front foot. Sweep your arms out, bring your palms together, look up. Exhaling, hands to mat. Plank pose, lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Same on the opposite side. Step your left foot through. Place it between your hands. So your heel is under your knee. Press into your front foot. Sweep your hands out, palms together, look up. Exhaling, hands to mat. Plank pose, lower, halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Finding our nice balanced breath once again. And all the while throughout the class, the main focus of our practice is keeping that nice, easy breath. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, lift your hips. Exhaling, sink your chest down. One more inhale. Exhaling, look forwards. Walk, step or hop forwards. Inhaling, come halfway up. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees deeply, drop down into that deep squat. Sweep your hands out, press your palms together. Exhaling, stand up tall, mountain pose. Once again, bend your knees deeply. Inhale, sweep your hands out, press your palms together. Exhaling, fold. Inhaling, look forwards. Exhaling, plank pose, lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhaling, down dog. Step your right foot through. Place it between your hands. Press into your front foot. Sweep your hands out, palms together, look up. Exhaling, hands to mat. Plank pose, lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Step your left foot through. Place it between your hands. Press into your front foot. Sweep your hands out, palms together, look up. Exhaling, hands to mat. Plank pose, lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhaling, down dog. Feet hip width apart. Maybe a meter's distance between hands and feet. Spread your fingers, press into your knuckles. Draw your tummy in, separate your shoulders. Let your head and neck and chest sink down. One more deep inhale. Exhaling, look forwards. Walk, step or hop forwards. Inhaling, come halfway up. Exhale, fold. Bending your knees, fingertips touch the mat. Sweep your hands out, press your palms together. Exhaling, stand up tall, mountain pose. One more time. Bend your knees deeply. Sweep your hands out, palms together. Exhaling, folding forwards. Inhaling, look forwards. Exhaling, plank pose, lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Step your right foot through. Place it between your hands. Press into your front foot. Sweep your hands out, palms together, look up. Exhaling, hands to mat. Plank pose, lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhaling, down dog. Left side, step your left foot through. Place it between your hands. Press into that front foot. Sweep your hands out, palms together, look up. Exhaling, hands to mat. Plank pose, lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Coming right back into our 4-4 breath. Mouth softly closed. Inhaling nose. Exhaling nose. On your next exhale, look forwards. Walk, step or hop forwards. Come halfway up. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees deeply, fingertips touch the mat. Stay in that deep squat, sweep your hands out, press your palms together. Stand up tall, mountain pose. Step your feet forwards towards the top of your mat. Feet hip width apart. You're going to bend your knees deeply. Belly on your thighs. Reach forwards, grab hold of your big toe with your 2 peace fingers, pressing your thumb into your big toenail. Here, your elbows wing out to the sides. Bend your knees really deeply. Inhale, look forwards. And then exhale, fold forwards. Let your head sink down. And don't pull on your toes here. Just let the weight of your head do all the work. Keep drawing your tummy in. Keep lifting your hips up. Ragdoll A. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Bend your knees deeply. Inhale, look forwards. Stay in step 1 holding your toes, Ragdoll A. Or for Ragdoll B, get a nice counter stretch on your wrist by placing your hands underneath your feet all the way forwards until your toes touch your wrists. And then once again, bend your knees even deeper. Inhale, look all the way forwards. Exhale, fold. Draw your tummy in, lift your hips, engage your leg muscles strongly. Let your head sink down, shift away forwards over your toes. We're here for 3, for 2, and for 1. Bend your knees deeply. Place your hands on your sides. Inhale up to stand. Bring your left foot towards the center of the mat. Step your right foot towards the back of your mat. Now here we want heel to heel alignment. Out rotate your right toes. In rotate your back toes slightly. With our arms, we're reaching forwards and back. Your right hip is locked, right hip is open, left hip is locked. Look forwards over your right fingertips. With an inhale, reach forwards, and exhale, fold. So here your hand might be on your knee or your shin, or maybe you can reach forwards, grab hold of your big toe. Draw your tummy in, retract your shoulders, reach up and look up towards those top fingertips. Triangle pose. We're here for 3, for 2, and for 1. Look towards your big toes. Inhaling up. Right toes in, left toes out. Reaching forwards and back. Inhaling, come forwards, and exhale, fold. Trying to fold evenly out over that front leg. Reaching forwards, maybe the big toe is there for you, maybe the ankle or the shin, or maybe the knee. We're all doing our own practice. Find what works for you. Inhale, reach forwards with your forehead. Exhale, twist and turn to look up towards that top hand. For 3, 2, 1. Look towards your big toe. Inhale up. Place your hands on your sides. We're going to turn back to that front side once again. Shorten your stance and square off your hips. Inhale, reach your left arm up into the air. And exhale, fold. Place your fingertips outside of your right foot. Otherwise, fingertips on your ankle or on your shin. Outer rotate your top shoulder and reach your top arm up towards the ceiling. Inhale, lengthen. Exhaling, twist. We're here in a twisted triangle for 3, for 2, for 1. Look towards your big toe. Inhale up. Right toes in, left toes forwards. Hips are squared. Right arm up into the air. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Once again, fingertips outside of your left foot on the ankle or the shin. Outer rotate your left shoulder or front top shoulder. Reach that top arm up towards the ceiling. Strong legs, front and back. Inhaling, lengthen forwards. Draw your tummy in. Exhaling, twist. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Inhaling all the way up to stand. Take a wide stance. Feet more than a meter's distance apart. Left toes in, right toes out, and then bend that right knee deeply down. Now here we're going to keep that right hip in. With our arms we're going to reach forwards and back. With an inhale, look forwards over your front fingertips. Exhale, fold. Right hand comes to the floor. Otherwise, you can put your elbow on top of your knee. And then inhale, sweep your left arm out and over your head. In this side angle pose. Look up towards those top fingertips. Feel that stretch all the way up along your left side body. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Come up. And we'll change sides. Right toes in, left toes out, left hip in, bend that left knee deeply down. Folding, place your hand on the floor. Inhale, sweep your right arm out over your head. Strong legs front and back. Keep bending that front knee. Keep pressing into the outside corner of that back foot. Feel that stretch all the way up along your right side body. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale up. Place your hands on your sides. Twist and turn back to the first side once again. So we're going to bend that right knee deeply down. Hands are on our hips. Inhaling your left arm up into the air. Bend that right knee deeper than you think. And then exhale, twist. Left elbow over right knee. Right hand on top of left hand. Outer rotate your right shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Reverse side angle. Draw your tummy in. Open through that top shoulder. Elbows are stacked over each other. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale up. And we'll change sides. Hands on your sides once again. We're going to bend that front knee deeply down. Inhale, right arm up into the air. Keep bending that front knee deeper than you'd think. And then cross. Front elbow over that front knee. Press your hands into a prayer position. Stack your elbows on top of each other. Draw your tummy in. Inhale, reach your head forwards. Exhaling, twist. Strong legs here. Reverse side angle pose. Try to bring the twist into your upper spine. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to center. Turn your feet so your toes are pointing towards the long side of your mat. Bring your feet a little bit closer together and place your hands on your hips. Inhale, lengthen, draw your tummy in. Exhale, fold. Folding forwards. Try to tilt your pelvis all the way forwards as much as you can, lifting your hips. If you can, place your hands on the mat. And then if you can, try to walk your fingertips back in line with your toes. Next step, hug your elbows in. Inhale, try to press your chest forwards. And then exhale, fold, let your head sink down. Shift the weight forwards onto your toes. Strong legs. We're here for 3, for 2, and for 1. Inhaling, look forwards. Exhale, place your hands on your sides. Inhale up to stand. Bring your hands a little bit higher up onto your sides. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, fold, tummy in. Reach your chest right out and over the long side of your mat. Work on keeping your back long here as much as you can, and then start to tilt your pelvis forward. Feel a stretch come up into the back of your hamstrings. Shift the weight forwards over your toes. Almost like you fold forwards, keep folding forwards. Deep inhale. Exhaling a little bit deeper. Inhaling. Exhale, sinking down. We're here for 3, for 2, and for 1. Inhale up. Reach your arms out to the sides. Bring your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. And then press your wrists together. Tummy in, ribs in. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, fold. Keep reaching your chest forwards, keeping your back long. Shifting the weight forwards over your toes. Tilting your pelvis forwards. And then exhale as you start to sink your head down. Reach your arms out over your head. Strong legs. We're here for 3, for 2, and for 1. Inhaling slowly up. Placing your hands on your hips, bring your feet closer together. We're going to do intense side stretch next. Outer rotate your right toes and outer rotate your left toes. Hips are squared, short stance. 2 options with your arms. You can either grab hold of your elbows behind your back, or if you want a deeper stretch into your shoulders, take your hands behind your back and press your hands into a prayer position. Retracting your shoulders, lift your chest, but pull in your ribs. Strong legs front and back. Inhale, lengthen up. And now try to imagine, keep your hips squared as you fold forwards over that front leg. Keep reaching your chest forwards. Keep retracting your shoulders. Keep lifting your elbows up off your back. Intense side stretch. Strong legs front and back. Really helps with your balance. Pull that right hip in. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale up. Turn to face the opposite side. Keep your hands where they are. Once again. Inhale, lengthen, shoulders back. Lift the elbows back. Exhale, fold. Reach that chest all the way forwards. Keep reaching your chest forwards. Keep pressing your wrists together. Keep lifting your elbows up off your back. Pull that left hip in. Draw your tummy in. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Inhaling up. Release your hands, shake them out a little bit. We're going to come forwards towards the front of our mat for some balance poses. So here, place your hands on your sides. Shift the weight onto your left foot. Inhale, lift your right knee up into the air. From here, I want you to lift that knee up towards your shoulder. If you want to go further from here, you can reach forwards. Grab hold of your big toe. Now if you're holding the knee, you can take it out to the side. If you're holding the toe, press your heel out in front. Retract your shoulder. And then slowly start to open that leg out to the side. Lengthen up. Deep, steady breath. Standing up nice and tall. Next step from here, turn to look over your opposite shoulder. Straight, strong legs. Tummy in, ribs in. As you can, come back to center. Either the knee or the toe release. Point the toe. Lift your leg up as high as you can. Hold strong here. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering down. We'll change legs. Left knee up into the air. Take hold of that left knee. Pull that left knee up towards your left shoulder. Good place to be. You can open the leg out to the side if you want more challenge. Reach forwards, grab hold of your big toe. If you want more challenge, start to press that heel forwards. Engage your leg muscles strongly. If you want some more challenge, you can start to open that leg out to the side or the knee. The last step, turn to look over the opposite shoulder. Deep, steady breath. Standing up, nice and tall. As you can, come back to center. Release the toe or the knee. Point your toe. Lift your leg up as high as you can. We're holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering down. Shake out the legs. Next up, we're going to do a tree pose. So a couple of options here. Option 1, you can place your heel on your ankle. Option 2 is heel on the calf. Option 3 is your heel above your knee. So wherever you are, we're going to meet with our hands in a prayer position in our chest. Now here we'll think about posture. So shoulders down and back, ribs in, tummy in. Tuck your chin and then open that right knee back. Next step, we'll start to extend our arms over our head. Interlace your fingers, press your palms up towards the ceiling. Standing up tall. Try to spread those toes on the ground, gripping the mat. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands back to the center of your chest. Release your right leg down. Release your arms down by your sides. We're going to change sides. Left heel on right ankle, the calf, or above your right knee. So options there. Whichever option you're in is fine. We're going to meet with our hands in a prayer position in our chest. Standing up tall, shoulders down and back, ribs in, tummy in. Interlace your fingers, next step, and extend your arms over your head. Now here we want to keep our ribs in, our tummy in, pull your shoulders down, relax your head back. Standing up tall, deep steady breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release your arms down, release your leg down, and we'll move on. Coming forwards towards the top of your mat. Inhale, sweep your arms out, bring your palms together. Exhaling, fold forwards with a long back. Inhaling, come halfway up. Exhaling, step back into a plank pose. Plank is the top of a push-up, and we're going to build strength here in our core, in our arms and upper body. We're going to do 5 push-ups together. So wherever you are, gripping the mat, pressing into your knuckles. We're going to lower down. Now, even if you only lower down a small bit, that's perfect. We're building strength. So wherever you are, we're lowering down for 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. Try to keep your hips in line with your shoulders. Lower down. 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. Draw your tummy in. Lower down for 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. Lower down for 3, 2, 1. Inhale up and hold in a plank pose. Press back through your heels. Engage your thigh muscles. Draw your tummy in. And we're going to lower all the way down for 5, 4, 3, 2, onto your tummy for 1. Point your toes. Extend your arms out in front. Retract your shoulders. Inhale, lift your chest up off the floor. Lift your hands up off the floor. Stretch back through your toes. Keep reaching through your fingertips. Keep stretching back through your toes. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands back underneath your chest. Press back to a downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, walk your feet forwards. Drop down into a deep squat. Feet as wide as the mat, maybe slightly turned out. And then we're going to find ourselves in the yogic squat. So, elbows are inside our knees. Bring your hands towards your chest. And then I want you to try to retract your shoulders, curl your chest forwards, let your bum sink down. This is a good place to be. You can stay here. Your heels might be slightly up off the mat. If they are, you can roll up your mat and place your heels on top of your mat. If you'd like to go further, extend your left arm out on the floor. Reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Stay here, keep curling your chest up. Next step is to reach your left arm outside of your left leg. Retract your right shoulder, reach your right arm back, interlace your fingers to deepen the twist. Wherever you are, we're holding here for 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. Once again, inhale, lengthen up. Next step, extend the opposite arm out on the floor and the opposite arm up into the air. Let your bum drop down, let your heart lift up. To go further, wrap maybe the right arm outside of your right leg, retract your left shoulder, interlace your fingers, lift your chest, let your bum sink down. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come back to center once again. Press your knees away. Curl your chest forwards, let your bum sink down. Exhaling, sink your bum down onto the mat. Extend your legs out in front. Here we're going to flex our feet. So flexing our feet so our toes are coming towards our shins. Inhale, lengthen up, reach your arms up into the air. Draw your tummy in. Exhale, fold forward. Place your hands over the top of your feet. Maybe your hands don't reach your feet and that's fine. Place your hands on top of your knees or maybe your shins. Keep drawing your tummy in and then reach your chest forwards towards your toes. On our inhales, we lengthen forwards. On our exhales, we fold. Trying to keep a long back, beginning with tilting at the pelvis. Deep, steady breath. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhaling slowly up to seated. Place your hands back behind you on the floor. Fingertips pointing forwards. Spread your fingers, press into your knuckles. Bring your heels in towards your bum, feet hip width apart. Now you're gripping the mat with your toes. You're gripping the mat with your fingertips as you press your pelvis forwards, lift your hips up into the air, let your head drop back to neutral. We're here in a tabletop. Inhale, lift your chest higher. Exhaling. Inhale, lift your hips higher. Exhaling as we hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Lowering down. Cross your ankles. Place your hands in front of you on the mat. Step back to a plank pose. Lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk, hop, or jump your feet through. Come to seated and extend your legs out in front. Next up, we're going to do a half hero pose. Bend your right knee. Place the top of your right foot on the floor. Your right heel is in against your right hip. Left toes are flexed. You've got one fist distance between both knees. Retract your shoulders. Inhale, lengthen, reach up, draw your tummy in. And then folding forwards. Reach forwards, try to take hold of your left foot. Now here we want to keep our back long. Our back has a tendency to curl. So retract your shoulders, reach your chest forwards, flex your front toes strongly, or front foot strongly. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Inhaling up. Release your right leg. Bend your left knee. Place the top of your left foot on the mat. Your heel is in against your hip. Sitting up tall. One fist distance between your knees. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forwards. If you can, take hold of your foot. Retract your shoulders. Press your chest forwards. Keep flexing those right toes. Keep reaching your chest forwards. We're holding here for 3, 2, and 1. Release your leg. Cross your ankles. Press your hands down on the mat. Come forwards. Step back into a plank pose. Lower halfway down. Tops of your feet. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk, step, or hop forwards. Come back to seated. Extend your legs out in front. Next up, we're going to do a head to knee pose. Left toes are flexed. Bend your right knee. From here, we're going to outer rotate and open. That right hip as your right knee drops to the floor, or maybe it's up high, don't worry. Inhale, reach your arms up into the air. Lengthen, ribs in. Exhale, fold forwards. If you can, take hold of your left foot. Once again, let's work on keeping our back long here. Curling your chest forwards. Flexing your left foot strongly. Feeling the stretch up along the back side of your left leg. Maybe feeling the stretch on the inside of your adductors. Opening the hip for 3, 2, and 1. Inhaling up. Right leg extended, left knee bent. Sweep the left hip open. Place your left heel in against your right inner thigh. Inhale, lengthen, reach up. Exhale, fold forwards, taking hold of the foot. Flex your right toes strongly. Draw your tummy in. Once again, retract your shoulders, press your chest forwards. We're holding here for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale up to seated. Cross your legs. Press your hands down onto the mat. Come forward. Step back into a plank pose. Elbows in, lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. From downward facing dog, walk your feet all the way through. Sit down on your mat, extend your legs out in front. Next up, we're going to do a Marici Pose. We're going to lock our shoulders a little bit. Right heel in towards your bum. Left hand back behind you on the floor. Front toes are flexed. Same arm as the front leg. Inhale, reach it up high into the air. Exhale, fold forwards inside of that right knee. Keep reaching your chest forwards. Now, good place to be. But if you want a little bit more challenge, you can sweep your right arm outside of your right knee and then retract your left shoulder, reach your left arm behind your back and take a bind. Either gripping the fingertips or holding the wrist. Wherever you are, inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, fold. Coming forward, folding out over that left leg. We're here for 3, for 2, and for 1. Inhaling up to seated. Bring your left heel in towards your bum. Place your left hand back behind you on the floor. Inhale, lift your hips up high, reach your right arm back. Now press your hips up as high as you can. We're holding here for 3, 2, and 1. Lowering down, we'll change sides. Right leg extended. Left heel in towards your bum, right hand back behind you on the floor. Same leg, the arm, inhale up into the air, exhale fold forwards, inside of that left leg. Now here, this might be enough. Inhale, lengthen forward, keep reaching your chest forwards as you fold out over that front leg. But if you want more challenge, sweep that front arm outside of the leg and then retract your back shoulder, interlace your fingers. Wherever you are, take another inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, fold forwards. Reach your chest forwards, keep looking towards your big toes as you fold forwards here. For 3, 2, 1. Inhaling up, right heel in towards your bum. Right hand back behind you on the floor. Inhale, lift your hips up high, reach your left arm back. We're here in this 3-legged table. Drop your head back. For 3, 2, 1. Lowering down. Cross your ankles, come forward. Step back into a plank pose, lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhaling, down dog. From here, walk your feet all the way through and sit down on your mat. Extend your legs out in front. We're going to do the same position with our legs like before, but this time we're going to do a twist. Right heel in towards your bum. Inhale your right arm up into the air. Place the heel of your right hand against your lower back. Now here, inhale your left arm up into the air. Exhaling, twist your left arm. Place your left arm over the top of your right leg. Start to shift your belly across your thigh. This might be enough, stay here. Inhale, lengthen up. If you want to go forwards, you can sweep your left arm outside of your right knee. Retract your right shoulder. Reach your right arm behind your back. Take a bind. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Come back to center. Right leg extended. Left heel in towards your bum. Left hand back behind you on the floor. Heel of your left hand in against your lower back. Inhale, reach your right arm up into the air. Exhaling, twist. Cross your right arm over your left knee. Slowly start to bring your belly across your thigh. Out rotate your back shoulder. Good place to be. Keep working into your twist. If you want a little bit of challenge for your shoulders, reach your right arm outside of your left knee. Retract your left shoulder. Reach your left arm back. Go for the bind. If you have the bind, inhale, lengthen up. Exhaling, twist. Bringing a twist into your upper T-spine. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Release, come back to center. Cross your ankles, come forward, step back into a plank pose, lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhaling, down dog. Walk your feet all the way through and sit down. We're going to float our legs up in front, coming into a boat pose. Point your toes. Squeeze your legs together, engage your core, release your hands. Try to bring your toes at eye level. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Cross your ankles, take a rest. You're finding it hard to straighten your legs, you can hold the back of your knees and bend your knees. Point your toes, round 2, squeeze your legs together, engage your core strongly. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Cross your ankles. Quick breath in. Breath out. Round number 3. Squeeze your legs together, point your toes. Try to have your toes at eye level, retract your shoulders, lift your chest. Lift your hands out in front for 3, 2, 1. Cross your ankles. Round number 4 of 5. Here we go. Squeeze the legs together. Point your toes. Lift your legs up high. Engage your core strongly. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Cross your ankles. One more round. Here we go. Squeeze the legs together. Point your toes. Engage your core. Reach your hands up high off the floor. Draw your tummy in. Press your chest up. We are here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross your ankles, come forward, step back into a plank pose, lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, we're going to walk our feet forwards. Bring your feet towards the middle of your mat. Turn your feet out slightly. Drop down into a deep squat. Now here it's okay to have your heels up off the floor, that's perfect. Now here we want our arms inside of our knees. Spread your fingers, point your index finger towards the top of your mat. We're going to do a crow or crane pose here. Step number 1, everybody come up onto the tips of your toes. Bend your elbows if you need to. Reach your chest forward, look way out over the top of your mat. Next step from here, one foot comes off the floor, place it back down. Other foot off the floor, place it back down. Maybe both feet can come off the floor. Press your heels together, lift your hips up high, reach your chest forwards for 3, 2, 1. Coming back down into your deep squat. Very important is your hands here. You're gripping the mat strongly, clawing the mat. Let's try it one more time. Come up onto the tips of your toes. Take an inhale. Exhaling, shift your weight forwards onto your hands. Keep reaching your chest forwards. One foot comes off the floor. Plant it down. The other foot comes off the floor. Plant it down. It might be your practice. Going over and back. Maybe both feet come off the floor and float here. Lift your hips higher. Draw your tummy in more. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here we're going to go smoothly back into a plank pose. From plank pose, lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. From down dog, step your right foot forwards. Place it outside of your right hand. Drop your left knee down on the mat and point your left toes. From here, walk your hands towards the center of the mat. Maybe walk your front foot a little bit more forwards. You can use your hand to push your heel forwards if you need to. We call this one blaster pose. A really good hip opener. Here, try to keep your hips squared. Inhale, lengthen, lift your chest. Exhaling, press your hips forwards. Sink your hips down towards the mat. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Coming back like before into a downward facing dog, and we'll change sides. Left foot forwards. Place it outside of your left hand. Right knee down onto the mat. Point your right foot so the top of your right foot is on the mat. Bring your hands towards the center of the mat. Maybe heel, toe, toe, heel. Your front leg a little bit more forwards. Curl your chest forwards. Press your hips forwards. Exhale, sinking down. Sinking down evenly into both hips. We're here for 3, for 2, and for 1. Coming back into downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, walk your feet all the way through and sit down on your mat. Lie down onto your back. We're going to do a bridge or a wheel pose here. So whatever's in your practice. This is a back bend. If you're coming up into the full expression of the wheel pose, take it nice and slow. Focus on keeping your breath even. There's 4 steps here. At the top of each step, I invite you to hold it for the 5 count. Step 1, reach forwards, grab hold of your heels, lift your hips up into the air. This is a bridge pose. Everyone can do bridge pose. This might be your first step. You can hold it here for the 5 count, or place your hands underneath your shoulders. This might be your spot for the 5 count, or you can press up onto the top of your head.
The fourth and final step is to press up into a full wheel pose. Aiming for straight arms, reach your chest back, and then we're ready for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering down. Hug your knees into your chest, rock a little bit. And we're getting ready for round 2. Reach forwards, grab hold of your heels. Inhaling, lift your hips up high into the air. Come right up onto your shoulders. Next step, hands underneath your shoulders. Next step from here, you can press up onto the top of your head. You can stay in step 1, step 2, or the last step, press up into a full wheel pose with straight arms. Wherever you are. We're holding here for 5, steady breath. 4, lift your hips up higher. 3, lift your chest back more. 2, and 1, relaxing down onto the mat. And we're getting ready for our final round. Remember to keep your breath steady. Last round, reach forwards, grab hold of your ankles. Inhaling, lift your hips up high into the air. Come right up onto your shoulders. Next step, hands underneath your shoulders. Next step from here, press up onto the top of your head. Final step, press up into a full wheel pose. Wherever you are, we're holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering down. Hug your knees into your chest and rock forwards and back. Forwards and back. And then rock all the way up to a seated position, extending your legs out in front. We're going to do a counter pose for our back bends. So turn your palms to face up towards the ceiling. Extend your arms out in front. Tilt forwards from your pelvis. Let your head sink down. Coming right back into your breath. So this floppy forward fold. We're balancing our back bends. Back bending is tough. It fires up our sympathetic nervous system. We use our nice, easy, balanced breath to help us reach the full expression of the pose. And that pose, wheel pose, is really, really good for your spinal health. Inhaling up to seated. We're going to bring our feet together. Lying down onto your back, bring your legs up into the air. And then lift your hips up into the air. Walk your hands up along your back. Now here, we're going to work on stacking our toes over our knees over our hips, and our hips over our shoulders. This is shoulder stand. You can work on bringing your elbows a little bit closer together. Keep pointing your feet, reaching your toes up, lengthening up. Now from here, if you like, you can try to lower down into a plow pose. So take an inhale, exhale, draw your tummy in, lower your legs down, keep pointing your feet so the tops of your feet come to the floor. And then if your feet come to the floor, keep pointing your feet, release your hands, interlace your fingers, and extend your arms out onto the mat. Drawing your tummy. Give a nice, easy breath. And then whenever you're ready, place your hands onto your lower back. Slowly start to come out of the pose, bending your knees. Uncurl your body. Hug your knees towards your chest. Lift your head to touch your knees. And then rock forwards and back once again, forwards and back. And then rock all the way up to seated. Place your hands down on the mat. Step back into a plank pose. And then push straight back into a downward facing dog. Now here, we're going to keep our toes curled under as we drop our knees down onto the mat and then sit back onto our heels. We're going to work on an inversion pose here. There's 4 different levels. Take it to the step where you feel comfortable. We want to feel the weight or the pressure on our forearms and control it with our shoulders
and our core. We don't want to feel too much weight on our neck. If you're feeling weight on your neck or too much weight on your neck, a little bit is okay. I want you to come back a step. First step, take hold of your elbows. Place your elbows down on the mat in front of you. Now keep your elbows exactly where they are. Interlace your fingers. Turn your palms to face up towards the ceiling. So I want you to stay here. Next step, you're going to place your head in your hands, and the top of your head is in your hands. Your forehead, right where your hairline meets your forehead, is on the floor. Now before you go any further, I want you to imagine pulling your elbows towards each other and around your shoulders. Next step, I want you to bring your feet together. Lift your hips up into the air. Keep pulling your elbows together around your shoulders. This is step one. Good place to be. Draw your tummy in. If you want a little bit more challenge, you can start to walk your feet a little bit closer in towards your face. This might be enough. You can stay here, work on lifting and stacking your hips over your shoulders. Next step, if you like, bring one knee in towards your chest, one heel towards your bum, and then place it back down. And then change, opposite, and back down. And you can work on going back and forth there. The next step from here is to slowly, with control, bring one knee into the chest, and then the other knee into the chest and float here. And if you're feeling strong and balanced, you can start to extend your legs up into a full headstand. Principles stay the same. Keep rounding the shoulders, keep pulling your elbows together, keep pressing into your forearms. Keep drawing your tummy in, squeeze your legs together, pull your ribs in, point your feet strongly. We think about stacking, one straight line. And then, when you're ready, we're going to come out of the pose as we went in. So wherever you are, we're going to come back and meet in a child's pose. Big toes touching, knees as wide as the mat. Sit back onto your heels and extend your arms out in front. And then from here, press yourself back to a downward facing dog. Walk your feet through and sit down. Bring your feet as wide as the mat and then lower down onto your back. Let your feet flop out to the side. Place your hands on your tummy. We're going to focus on a breathing practice called whiskey breathing, where we come into our parasympathetic nervous system. We double the count of our exhales. We're going to inhale through our nose for a count of 4. Open your mouth, make a sound as you exhale for a count of 8. Let's try a round together. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's try one more together. Inhaling 1. Exhaling. And now take notice of your breath, but don't control your breath. Relax your arms down by your sides, and we'll take a minute to rest in a Shavasana. And you're welcome to stay here. Take as long as you like. Or if you're ready to close off your practice, start to bring some movement back by wriggling fingers and toes, bringing your knees in towards your chest, rolling onto your right side and pressing yourself back to a seated position. Again, only if you're ready. We're going to close off our practice with 4 rounds of balanced breathing to stay with us for the rest of the day. Sitting in a comfortable position, sit up tall, relax your shoulders, close your eyes. Your mouth is softly closed. We're going to inhale through our nose for a count of 4, exhale for a count of 4. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently opening your eyes. Placing your hand on your heart, right hand on your heart, left hand on your tummy. And repeat after me. May I be strong. May I be well. May I be strong. May I be well. Thank you everybody for sharing your practice with us all through for the last couple of weeks and today. Today is our last Facebook Live Saturday class. From next week on, we're going to be working on the Zoom platform. So we'll post the link to the Zoom onto Facebook. Tomorrow, as normal, will be Facebook Live, Easy Like a Sunday with Donal at 11 o'clock. And that'll be our last Facebook Live class. So once again, thank you everybody.
Thanks everyone.
Enjoy the rest of your Saturday.